Hey guys, so this vlogmas is gonna be about my weekly vlog. So I'm gonna give you a gist of last week. So it's been pretty crazy because Japan's getting really cold. Okay, I won't say Japan, but Tokyo is getting very cold and it's getting dark early. The time does not change in Japan, but yeah, it gets dark a lot quicker. So as you can tell, usually it's kind of brighter in my room, but it's kind of darker today. But yeah, it's starting to get dark. It's getting really cold, so it's time for more sweats. You know, heat thermals and stuff for underneath the shirts and in the pants. I don't really have any yet, but I need to get some. So I'm probably gonna have to head to Uniqlo and buy some. So if I go to Uniqlo anytime soon, I'll try to record me getting some of those for you. But besides that, the week was kind of, I want to say emotional, pretty much, yeah. Because at the start of the week, I started talking to some of the teachers. Well, one's a teacher that does, what does she do, she said? 5th and 6th grade social studies. Can't remember, but yeah, I was talking to her and another teacher. Well, she used to be a former teacher. She used to teach English at a different school, but now she works in a library at this school after retirement, if I'm correct. But now she doesn't teach English, so she's very good at English. But she talks to me every once in a while. But because she's always in a library, because kids always run in and out of the library, she has to stay in there most of her time. So we don't talk too much. But we recently had a chat on, I think it was Tuesday, and it was very emotional for me because for me, I like learning languages, so I like try my hardest to get the kids to learn English. But majority of them, like I said, they don't really too much care about English, or they're pretty much like, okay, is he finished yet? When's the game? When's the game? I'm like, no, actually learn the language, please. But my teachers generally, like, who's in the classroom with me, they're like aloof, just like kind of, or not really doing too much. They're probably like grading papers or something, so they're not really there. They're not really like encouraging students to try or do more, and I'm sure their parents are not either, or they wouldn't act how they act in class. They would actually try harder in like English and so forth, but they really don't too much, and that's kind of sad because I really want them to learn the language, and I feel like a majority of them later on is going to just regret it, just like, oh, I wish I actually learned the language, but because they're not trying right now, they're not gonna get it. But there are some that, like, you can just tell, like, she really wants to learn a language, and they'll tell you, like, I love English, and those are the ones I feel bad for, because, like, I waste so much time trying to get everybody to learn the language that the time for them is limited because they want to learn the language, and then I have, like, little guy over here is just like, okay, but I have to get everybody to want to learn the language. So little Yuki, she really wants to learn it, but little Satoshi, he doesn't really care, but I have to get everybody to want to care about it, so she doesn't get as much English as she probably could if everybody really wanted to learn it. So this librarian lady, she's very nice, she's very sweet. We haven't talked as much, like I said, because she's always in the library and I'm always like going back and forth between classes, but we talked this week, and like she made me very sad, actually, like to the point like I probably wanted to kind of cry, because she really like understood what I've been trying to do, like that I've tried my hardest to try to get them to learn, compared to like other people who just really don't care. They come here and they just like, it's to have fun, or maybe they did care at one point, but then like they just see how the students are, they see how the teachers are, they see how the principal and vice principals are, and then they just like, okay, whatever, like I don't care anymore. But for me, I'm really trying, and I'm trying my best to get them to learn, and it's just like not working. It's either the teachers have a problem with what I'm doing, like you're trying too hard to make them learn the language, but I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do, because I'm here to teach them English, kind of thing, or they don't agree with how I'm going about it, or just skip the pronunciation, just let them just learn the language. Well, they're not going to really learn the language if they don't get pronunciation down. Like, you know, they don't even know the difference between V and B, L and R. And I really want them to get that because the majority of Japanese people don't get that. And they still don't till this day. But, you know, that's the problem. But she understood that, and she was telling me about it. She was like, you know, like, I just don't think public school is for you. Like, you know, I just think you're way better than this, and you're not going to be able to teach at the degree that you want to teach, because majority of students here, they don't really want to learn language. You know, majority of them don't even do their homework. They don't even study in regular Japanese class, regular math class, regular, you know, science class. So you can try your hardest to make a difference, but if they don't want to do any of that stuff in regular Japanese class, like, there's not much you can really do. So I wouldn't really take it to heart that you're trying your hardest to get them to learn the language, but they're just not really trying, you know. And it made me so sad and emotional because it's just like, she's not even in the classroom with me, and she understands what, like, the kind of person I am and what I'm trying to bring to the table. And I have all the other teachers that are in the classroom with me, kind of don't even care about English themselves, and they're trying to tell me like, oh, you're trying too hard to get them to learn the language. What do you want me to do? Why even teach it then? You know, why have me come here and teach if you don't want them to really learn the language? Like, it makes no sense. But she actually got that, and she wasn't even in a classroom with me, like, ever, and that just made I was about to break down, but I was just like so happy that somebody actually got that. I'm actually trying to get them to learn it. And I don't know, it was just like, I had some talks with my friend about the future and what I'm going to do in the future, and like, me not really knowing too much as opposed to just knowing that I really want to model, I want to, you know, I want to sing and dance and stuff like that, you know, and I want to act because that's always been my dream, you know. But you know, that was already kind of like, I was kind of like, what am I going to do next, you know? And then her saying that too, like, you're trying your best, and I just feel like public school is just not for you. Like, it's just so much, and I was just like, like, somebody gets me, you know? Like, I'm trying my hardest to get them to learn the language, and they don't really care, you know? And she was like, I think, if anything, I think you should try for private school, you know? Because private school, those parents want their kids to learn, and the kids probably generally want to learn English too, compared to like public schools. And you know, that's something that gives me thought, because it's just like, well, man, well, maybe like I was going about this the wrong way. Like, I don't know how long I really want to teach and teach forever, but I know, like, for me, since I like learning languages, I love people to want to learn, you know. Like, I mean, anything. If I did anything, you know, like if I was like modeling or something, I want people to look at what I'm doing, just be like, wow, like, he's trying his hardest, he's doing his best, and like, I really want to do that. Like, that's what I want from anybody, you know, for anything that I ever do in the future, you know, even if it's like a business or whatever. I want to try my hardest, you know, and my best to do like the best job I can, and at the same time, I want other people to just acknowledge and just see like, wow, he's doing something. Like, I really want to do that too, you know. But I mean, that's just the type of person I am. So like, that was like the most amazing thing somebody could have told me at this point in time, and it made me so happy. And I was just like, oh. And then you know, scrolling down the week, I met somebody new actually, and we were going to hang out, and we did hang out, as you will have seen, you know, in the video prior to this one, in Roppongi in Tokyo, which is like, you know, kind of like a fashion district. I want to say there's a lot of name brand stuff that you can buy there, but usually people go there for like the lights. So you just saw like all the lights and like the pretty Christmas trees and stuff like that. And it's been a while since I've been there. I was last there maybe like 5 years ago when I went to go see it last time. The lights, I want to say, is generally the same, you know, blue and white, but like, you know, it was just like not Natsukashi, or just very, you know, like, I don't know, it's just something that I like doing. I wouldn't mind doing that with anybody. I don't mind going to see Christmas lights. It's just like having your friends with you and just having fun. Even if it's kind of like, okay, we saw this like last year. But like just like having like the friends and the connections there and stuff like that. That's what makes it like that much more wonderful. But it's the first time I actually met him, and we were supposed to meet up. And we are supposed to meet up in Shibuya, and then I was gonna be, and I mean, I would have filmed Shibuya too, but I was like I always film Shibuya, like I'm always filming Shibuya. So when he changes to Roppongi, I was just like, yes. So I was like, let's film Roppongi. So I was excited about that. But we met for the first time. His name is Masa. You will have just seen him in a video anyway, but because he wanted to be in a video, actually, that was very surprising. I mean, I don't think he knows it's going on YouTube. I should probably tell him, but I'll show him later. But yeah, I was like, "Are you sure you want to be in it?" And he was like, "Yeah, I want to be in it." I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't want you to come back later. Like, why'd you put me in it? I asked him like 10 times before I put him in it. So like, yeah, he was in it. But his name is Masa. He's pretty cool. That's the first time meeting, and we got to walk around, as you would have saw, and it was very nice. It was pretty cool meeting somebody and then getting to see like the Christmas lights and so forth at Roppongi. And then we went back to his place and we watched Wonder Woman, even though I didn't get to finish it because I had to go home. I still had work today, but it's pretty cool so far, as much as I've seen, which was like half maybe. I met 2 of his other friends, so that was pretty cool. And they made like some apple art or apple decorations. That's pretty cool. It tastes wonderful. I think he said the apples were for Aoyama, which I think he said it's from Aoyama, and they're known for apples. But yeah, they were actually very, very good. I think he said he's from there and he gets them a lot, so he had some like all the time. But yeah, they were very, very good. And we had hot cocoa. Oh, it was amazing. And then we got to watch a movie. We watched some anime at the beginning about like 2 episodes of Inuyashiki. If any of you guys are watching that, it's pretty crazy. It's like these 2 guys die or they get hit by a beam and they become androids because they don't have a heart anymore or anything. I don't think. But he cries. Cyborgs or androids? One of them. I don't really know. Well, they cry, so maybe cyborgs. But I think he said he doesn't have a heart, so is that an android? They're one of them. But it's pretty crazy. They have a lot of different things in there. Like, I want to say it's pretty realistic. Like, it's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't see in a normal anime. Or, I mean, not any of the... I mean, I don't really watch too much anime. But, I think it's stuff you don't generally see. I mean, I don't like to spoil things, but there's a lot of different things. I was like, wow. Like, they actually are doing that right now. Like, really? I mean, maybe there's just a lot of anime that I just haven't seen, so maybe it's normal, or I guess it is, because I guess they have different versions of like sexual anime too and stuff like that. But this one has some of that stuff in it too, and it just threw me off because I was like, wow, they're gonna do that right now. I was like, wow. Oh, they're going to kind of show that right now. I was like, huh. I was like, oh, okay. But I actually really like it. I take sides in anything I watch. So, the bad guy, I'm just like, oh, I can't stand him. And then he does something good. I'm like, oh. And then he does something bad. I'm like, I can't stand him. Somebody kill him. It's horrible. The back and forth. But, we watched that. And then we watched some of Wonder Woman. I guess if we weren't waiting for his friends, the first hour I would have probably finished Wonder Woman. But it's pretty cool to meet some new people. I mean, I don't really know how far it's gonna go, but we'll see. But yeah, that was pretty much my week. How was your week? See you guys next time. Bye.